Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Asidi. This is Michael from the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And you, my friend, you did it this time. You got very focused, a very coherent speech. You started the speech off with working for a large company because of job security and a better work experience. And you know what? You followed exactly that model. You got to your first point, job security. You gave some examples to support that. You made a transition. You said, in addition, if you work for a large company, you will have a better work experience. That was a good transition. I like that. That in addition was very effective in transitioning from your first point or your first key point in the speech to the second key point in your speech. So you definitely have a coherent organization. You even had a conclusion. Nobody does that. You kind of ended it mentioning the two reasons and why you prefer the large company. So that was pretty good. So in terms of your score, it's kind of tricky because I think your topic development and your details were super, super strong. I don't think there's any reason why you won't get 26 or higher because of that. On the other hand, you did have some delivery problems and maybe a few grammatical problems in the speech. A little bit, right? So it was noticeable, your accent. It did make it a little bit difficult to understand some of what you're saying. So I think the TOEFL IBT human raters, when they score your speech, they'll probably have some difficulties with delivery and language use, and that will probably be enough to move you below 26 points on this. So I'm going to give you 24 points out of 30, or 3.16 out of 4 on this particular speaking task. I would say review lesson 2.1 and 7, but I don't think you need to worry about that with this. The only thing you want to focus on is be careful with your grammar, be careful with your delivery. Now, one thing that you can do in terms of your grammar is you may take every now and then, look at one of my speaking prompts and write out the entire speech. Write it out by hand and really pay attention to the grammar that you're using, right? And then practice it a few times out loud, and that'll get you a little bit more used to the type of grammar and structures that you want to use when you're speaking for the TOEFL. But that helps you practice a little bit with your editing. Okay, anyway, good to hear from you again. Like a lot of my students, you are completing every day. You're doing a practice test and you're getting feedback and you're making progress, right? So this is a thing. This is the hard part. A lot of students, they may or may not want to subscribe to my service. They think that there's no one there. They think there's no one who's going to listen to their speaking responses, or there'll be no one who will read their writing responses. But you and I know that's false, right? So, hey, if you like my service, take a minute. You can make a comment about my service at Facebook, or maybe if you have a blog, or you can tell some of your friends and tell them, say that we are at the other end. We will answer your speaking and your writing practice test. We will definitely get you going in the right direction. And that doesn't count all the other things I have in my website to help you in your reading, in your listening, in your vocabulary areas, and all those other important areas to help you get a high score, right? But anyway, for you, keep up the good work, and thank you again for being one of my best students. Honestly, you really are.